Imagine coming home after a tiring day and all you want is to just cook a simple yet hearty meal before resting. Instead, every step you take in the kitchen is a struggle. Opening packaging hurts your hands and following instructions feels disorienting. You wind up ending the day feeling frustrated, in pain, and with something barely edible. This isn't a nightmare, but the reality for 1.3 billion people every day. Persons with disabilities such as mobility impairments, vision or hearing loss, and cognitive disabilities face significant challenges when cooking. Simple tasks that most of us can carry out, like shopping for ingredients, preparing meals, and navigating a kitchen, can in fact be painful, overwhelming, or even unsafe for them. These challenges are further exacerbated by financial barriers. Globally, the unemployment rate among people with disabilities is around 26%, and even those who are employed still earn lower incomes. As such, healthier food options and specialized kitchen tools which assist them with cooking are often unaffordable. This forces them to eventually skip meals or rely on cheap and highly processed foods. Ultimately, such challenges can lead to higher rates of food insecurity, malnutrition, and other health issues among people with disabilities.
When we look at today's food option, it's clear that the market wasn't designed for people with disabilities. Frozen meals are cheap and convenient, around $8 to $9 per serving, but they're highly processed and low in nutrition. For someone with arthritis or cognitive challenges, microwaving food may be easy, but it doesn't support long-term health. Next, meal kits like HelloFresh and Blue Apron makes up nearly 30% of the market, but they're built for people who can chop, cook, and follow recipes. That level of effort makes them inaccessible for many disabled. Lastly, food delivery apps may offer convenience, but at a cost, often an extra $15 to $20 per meal, making daily use unrealistic. So, in reality, the market is competing on speed and convenience for busy professionals aged 25 to 45. It's oversaturated, low margin, and focused on replacing customers rather than serving real needs. And as a result, those who need accessible food the most are left out entirely.
The elderly and those with physical or mental limitations make up an enormous untapped market of refusing and non customers. By 2050, 1 in 6 people globally will be over 65. Yet, overwhelmingly, 93% of meal kit users are under 55, and 30% of elderly consumers risk malnutrition, partly because of difficulty in preparing food. Furthermore, 32% of the global population lives with a mental health condition where executive overload makes meal preparation exceedingly difficult. Combined, they form an $80 billion market.
So how exactly does our food book create a blue ocean? Picture this, a reusable metal book that opens up like a novel. You place our boil-in-a-bag food pack with pre-portioned fresh ingredients ready to cook into the food book here. And you place water and drop in our chemical heat pack, close the book, and wait for 10 minutes. When it's done, the water can be drained through the built-in pipe and the food can be eaten directly from the book, just like a lunchbox.
The long straw for water drainage is just one part of the accessibility considerations we have made in our design of the food book. The water outflow is controlled by a large and textured switch that provides friction, allowing it to be pushed up and down to control the water outflow easily. These both prevent straining in the arms and hands from emptying water after cooking. Furthermore, the food book cover uses magnetic closure and has a divot in it to allow for ease of opening and closure. There is also a magnetic flap for securing the long straw to the side of the container after usage, which makes cleaning up easier as well. Finally, there are large and thick handles for ease of transportation, as well as rounded corners to prevent injuries.
But this isn't just the product, it's an entire ecosystem built around dignity and independence. Our business model centers on accessibility. We can partner with local firms and suppliers to keep ingredient costs low while ensuring freshness. We work with community centers, occupational therapists, and care facilities to reach those who need us the most. Every food pack will include a QR code guide for audio or visual instructions, and we can host community cooking events to gather feedback and build connections with our customer base. Our main costs will include our initial capital expenditure of production facilities for our food packs, operating expenditure for inventory stocking and delivery, as well as production costs for the food box itself. To ensure revenue streams, we could try for B2G contracts with local health ministries to provide for low-income seniors or persons with disabilities. Direct sales and subscription models would also be feasible. Now, how does this create a blue ocean? We use the ERRC framework to redesign cooking from the ground up. We eliminated what makes cooking dangerous or painful: knives, chopping, heavy cookware, open flames, and dishwashing. We reduced cooking times to 10 minutes, physical effort to nearly zero, and costs below meal kits and delivery. We raised accessibility, nutrition, safety, and dignity. Unlike frozen meals, we use fresh ingredients. Unlike meal kits, we require no skill or strength. And most importantly, users cook their own meal, not just reheat it. That restores agency and independence. We create what the industry has never offered: a cooking vessel that is also the instruction manual and the plate.
At the start, cooking was painful, confusing, unsafe. Now it's simple, it's safe, it's theirs again. FoodBook doesn't just make meals, it restores independence. FoodBook, cook in a book, take back control.